We can go live to our Asia correspondent, Tom Cheshire, now. Tom, your report's just given us a good idea of the scale of the Chinese mining industry. And so a country so dependent on coal, it's not really surprising that China's not going to sign up to the agreement to phase out coal power.
Yeah, I mean, China doesn't like signing up for lots of agreements, especially when it's this multilateral thing. It's made its own pledges.
Well, although 190 countries have made an agreement to phase out coal, many nations are still heavily reliant on it as a source of fuel. Joining me now are our Sky News correspondents Katerina Vitozzi, who's in Kolkata in India, and Siobhan Robbins, who's in Muswellbrook in Australia. Katerina, let's talk to you first. You're in India, which is the world's second largest population just behind China. Just how difficult is it for a country of that size to wean itself off coal?
Well, yeah, as you say, the world's second largest population, but also the world's second largest importer of coal.
Australia talks a lot about green energy, but it's got such a huge coal industry as well. How willing is it to close it down?
We're not getting any sense of that, certainly at either G20 or at COP26.
Let's get more now on how Conservative MP Owen Paterson avoided disciplinary action after the government ordered its MPs to back a review of standards investigations. Live to our political correspondent Tamara Cohen, who's in Westminster. Tamara, how damaging do you think this is for the government as a whole and also Boris Johnson personally?
Well, a lot of Tory MPs are frankly concerned that what happened yesterday has all the appearance of MPs voting to get rid of a system that produced a result that they didn't like.
Joining me now is Charlotte Gentry, the founder of the IVF network, and Emma Cannon, a fertility expert involved in the platform. Charlotte, to you first, tell us a bit about your story and why you've started the IVF network.
Thank you very much. My journey was quite arduous and quite complex.
Let's bring in Emma now. Charlotte set up the IVF network because she wanted to plug a gap in a lack of support, from what I understand, and you're going to be supporting the IVF network. What sort of things do you think you can offer and support people going through the process?
It's just really access to good information, really, from top practitioners, because we do have really good practitioners in this country.
2 in 5 people say they're more inclined to eat at local restaurants now than before the pandemic. Research from Open Table found consumers are now more likely to give back to their local communities and charitable causes over big chains. We can speak now to the award-winning comedian, writer and actor, Katie Brand. Katie, good morning to you. So have you been eating more locally?
Yes, and actually, even before this, it was always my preference. I think I'm always sort of, and actually, this time in the morning is usually 7 a.m. where I start to think about my evening meal, and I think, what would I like to do? Would I like to cook? Would I like to go out?
That is all from me this morning. Next up, it's Kay Burley at breakfast, and she'll be speaking to the Business Secretary, Kwasi Kwarteng, just after 7.